This is a cornice video, how to cornice a room video. I'm going to show you how to cut.
Okay, that's our first piece.
How to measure, how to install it. We've gone through and we've measured all the walls and we've written it just here. That's 22.495 meters. Same with here. Here we've measured everywhere. We've written it down here, there. In this instance, the walls were a little bit over 3.6 and we can only carry 3.6 in the van, but the store only had 3 meter cornice. So I've just measured from one end here, and I know I'm going to stop it at 2.9. Alright, so I put a mark here, then we're going to put a little return on that, and then the remainder is 741 millimeters, so 0.74 of a meter. So we're going to be having a join here. Ideally you don't have joins. Same with here, we've measured out from here, and so when you walk in the door, I'd rather have the join over here. So we've got a mark here, and that is where our cornice will finish. Once again, we'll have a miter and a joiner there. Okay, so I'm just writing these down right here, and what I like to do, I write an X for external and an I for internal. So you know, on the left of this 728, I'm going to be putting an external on, and the 2840 is going to be an internal. So an internal is an external, so the offcut of an external is an internal. So you only have to worry about really two sides, two cutting spaces off the box. 1532. Look at that. That's how you make mistakes. I wrote 1352. But it's 1532, I don't know what I was doing. That's how mistakes happen. See, there's going to be an external there, so I put an X there and an I here. Everything else is just internals. And there's an external on the left, internal on the right. So I've got 974. And then we've got 2900. And then we got 741, and I'm going to put an external on the left of it and an internal on the right, and that's it. There's all our measurements. Let's go down and get them cut.
Okay, here we got the cornice. This is 55mm cornice. There's a few different sizes, and there's so many different styles and designs. I'll leave a link right here of some ornamental cornice that my friend makes in his factory here in Brisbane. Some really nice designs. Check it out. But here we have simple 55mm cornice. It's made from paper face gypsum, the same as the drywall or the plasterboard itself as well. We've got our list blowing over here, and we've got our miter box. Now this is a handy miter box on the side. It tells you what step everything goes on. So if you're just starting out, this is really good. So we're using cornice 55, so it goes into that step, the bottom one. So you always got to remember to stick it into this slot here. Okay. All right. So we'll pull a piece out. Now, when I first learnt cornice, I thought it was a little bit confusing. You want to start on a flat surface. So just imagine the cornice goes up like that. Okay. So this is an internal right here. Alrighty. So just imagine you're at the bottom of the wall and it goes up like that, okay? That's our cut right there. But I'm not going to cut it from this side. If you go around and cut it from this side, it's going to be a lot cleaner cut. If you're doing a big house or something like that, you can go through, and most left-hand sides, they're all internals. Okay, so you can go through and just keep cutting all the internals. The first one is $24.95. So we've cut that, hang it out here, just on the edge. $24.95. A lot of people get stumped from Cornice. $24.95. And just a reminder, you know that's going to be an internal. And I don't move the box around or anything like that. Remember, it's on that step. I bring it up, stick it straight in the box, and you're lining this up. That's the point, that's my mark, $24.95, so you're lining that up. And once again, we don't cut this side. We move around and cut this side. Make sure it's sitting flat in the box as well. Okay, that's our first piece. What I like to do as well, I just write on it $24.95, and then we put that to the side. Okay, and you mark off the list. Next one is $28.40. So we come down again, keep our box the same. See how it's sort of hanging up like that? It's not straight, so really want to get it on a kind of a straight surface. Once again, go over this side. It's going to be a cleaner cut. $28.40. Always double check. What I was saying before, this is an internal, that is now an external. Okay, next one is a 728. You should go through and do all your long pieces first as well. So I'll do my 2900, and then with your offcuts, figure it out. Okay, we'll do the next big one. Another internal. When I just got started, I would just cut a lot of little tester pieces. Okay, this one is 1532 to an external. So internal, external, very easy. It's the same thing. 1532. Oh, 15. See, by cutting this external, on this offcut, it's actually making an internal. So that's how that works. So there's our external. I'll just show you what it looks like. That's our ceiling. There. Okay. And now, this is a internal ready to start. That's 1532. Pop him over there. So we've got a 974, which we'll use off this piece. with this little piece, we can do the little 86. Now I don't like to start measuring from an external, so I'm just gonna cut an internal on the back of it and then measure from the internal. .86. Really small piece, this one. And that's an external. Boom. Definitely don't forget to make sure it's in the right step. There's a little 86 piece. What do we got? We got 2 to go. 2 to go. We've got a full length of cornice left. So that's perfect. Start on an internal on the left. When I first started out, Eugene taught me to cut it like upside down, back to front. That just confused me. Just imagine it's going up on that wall. So you're facing me. Imagine it's going up on that wall, so I need an internal that side and whatever. And then when you're cutting, just forget about it and just cut from the other side. And it's a external on the left, so that would be that way again. Same cuts, and when I cut this, that's going to be an internal as well, a right internal. $7.41. It's a bit longer than 7.41. More like 7.43. But if they are a little bit long, you can actually just like kind of jam it into the wall and crease a bit of that, so you get a couple of mil out of it. All right, lucky last. $7.28. We got to see, I've written I here, means the internal's on the right of it, and the X is external. Good thing I got an internal ready. And then I just measured 7.28 with an external. $7.28, and that's it. That's all the cornice cut. The stack's right there. Now we're going to put it up. Tune in for the next video for that. I hope you learned how to cut cornice. Anyone can do it. Just watch this video back. Cut some tester pieces for yourself. That's what I'll do right now. I'll cut a double internal. So when we start in one corner of the room, we put the piece up. By the time we get back, that first piece, you can't move it around. So when you put that first piece up, when we put that first piece up, you just put that there, make sure it's right, and then you can go around. When you get back to this piece, you know that that's going to fit in nicely. All right, check that video out. Thanks for watching this video, and hit the like button if it helped. Ciao for now. Adios, amigos.